Alright, Shalom. First off, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and a sincere peace and salutation to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Yeah, we wanted to get a video and, constantly put things on wax. And this video, Lord's will, we're going to name it Be the Example. Because us as the men of the Lord, we got to understand who we represent, what we represent, and what we doing this for. So, the Spirit is on us just to pretty much push out the, being the example, And let's start.
Get into it?
Yeah.
Come. This is Matthew's chapter 25, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom." It says, verse 2, "And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish."
Yeah, five of them, those 10 virgins was wise, and that's what the kingdom will be likened unto. And we got to be those 5 virgins, that will count it wise. Keep going.
Come. I'm gonna start from the top again. It says, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Now, who does that bridegroom represent? Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
And then the 10 virgins, which is, of course, it's gonna get into the 5 being the elect, and the other 5 not. It says, "And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish." It says, verse 3, "They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them."
They were being hasty,
Come.
Just being hasty. The race wasn't given to the swift.
That's right. It says, verse 3 again, it says, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. It says, "But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps."
Yeah. Keep going.
Verse 5, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Verse 6, "And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet them. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are all gone out." Verse 9, "But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves."
Yeah, pretty much. That's they needed the lamps. They needed the light of their lamps went out.
That's right.
And the 5 that were wise, they were able to relight their lamps because of the oil. Okay. And what we gotta do is to gather as much oil up as we can to keep our lamps on. Because right now we're in a world of darkness. We're in a world of darkness full of evil and wicked acts, man. And when you see us, when you see a man of the Lord, our light should be shining, man. We should be that example of the light, man. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:4. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness." Right? We're not of this world, man. When you put on these garments, when you present your body as a living sacrifice for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man, you are no longer living for yourself, man. There's a standard in a certain way of living, as a wise brother has once said, lost my train of thought, man. That's Satan, but it's all good. The point is, we need to be the example, man. And in the day of darkness. Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. No, Salakia. Yeah, come. It's Proverbs 22 and 3. Salakia. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass by on and are punished.
Yeah, prudent man is someone that can see something far off, man.
Come.
See something that's not there. yet, you know. And how is that? It's because you have your lights on, man. You can see.
That's right, because that's what it says in verse 2. I'm going to read the verse 2. Matthew 25:2. It says, and the five of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. You know? And that's pretty much touching on how those unwise virgins ultimately didn't, you know, they ain't trim their lamps. They didn't have the oil at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah. They ain't have enough fuel to finish the race, man.
Yeah, come.
You know? And you got to understand that this is a race, man. You got to count the cost to this thing to see if it's sufficient for you. See if it's something that you can pull off in this thing, man. Because, like I said, you know, we are in darkness. You know, the scriptures say, "Let the blind lead the blind, and they both shall fall into the ditch." You know, why are they all falling into the ditch? Because their candles went out, man. They couldn't see. You turn off all the lights in the house, how you gonna make it to where you need to go? Well, if you turn off all the lights, all the electricity, all the power grids in America, and it's literally dark, but then you only had to elect with candle lights, you know, that's the example of how to be, man. No, follow that light, man. Follow that light so we can see. Follow that light, because he ain't falling nowhere. We keep falling in every ditch we walk past, you know. We got to be that example so people want to follow us. And really, because really we talking the elect that's sleeping right now. The elect that's and with the blind, you know.
I got a quick precept. This is Proverbs 20. I mean, this is Matthew 25:8. It says, "And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are all gone out." And this is Proverbs chapter 21 and 20. It says, "There is a treasure to be desired." It says, "An oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up." I'm going to read that again. This is Proverbs 21 and 20. It says, "There is a treasure to be desired, an oil in the dwelling of the wise." It says, "But a foolish man spendeth it up." Look, and look, man, and that's straightforward, man. Because at the end of the day, when what it tell you, man, knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of that times, you know. And in order to have that, you're gonna have to have that oil, man, because that's what the oil represents. It represents the knowledge, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And it's going to come a point in time where it's going to be individuals that are going to be seeking, like when all hells break loose out of Jacob's trouble, you know, the economy collapses. You know, and I mean, we're on the verge. We're living in that right now. So when all of these things take place, and you know, basically when the famine of the word comes, you know, and we've done our part. We've washed the blood off our hands. They're going to be individuals that are still trying to seek, you know, and still trying to get, you know. But the Lord has all in all, with the prophets being on the scene right now, with the prophets being out on the highways and byways, the hand is being stretched out, you know. The oil's for free, you know. So what's happening now is that those wise servants, which are, you know, this thing is ultimately predestinated. It's about destiny. The men who's supposed to get it, gonna get it, you know. Because it said, well, what is that?
You was making a good point. You was making a good point because you were saying, you know, right now, we're gathering up our oils. We're gathering up the oil so that it don't go out, and when the time comes, you know.
What did the Lord say? He said, "What is that oil? Pretty much represents money." And He said, "Store your treasures up in heaven, where moth nor rust do corrupt." Now, when it comes to, listen, it's gonna be to a point in time we're gonna have to cash in. You know, the Lord. Hey, look, man. It talked in that parable. It talked about the bridegroom and meeting the bridegroom.
Yeah,
you understand? And that's who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, being, you know, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, his true name, you know, and Allah Shuwan Kodash. But all in all, if you ain't got the oil to meet the Lord, if you ain't got the light to see, you know, if you ain't got the light to see these prophecies coming to pass, because it tell you that, you know, the testimony of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy, right? So if you ain't got the oil to see that, if you ain't got the oil to see these events that's taking place, that we're living in that time now, because you got a whole lot of Israelite groups hey, listen, they in mirth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you throwing cookouts, you throwing award ceremonies, as if the Lord ain't coming back.
Because they're not prudent.
Yeah,
they can't
unwise.
see.
That's right.
They can't see the things that's to come.
They know
because their light not shining bright enough, man.
That's facts.
They don't have that candle. They don't have that. Get Proverbs 20 and 27. They don't have that candle. They don't have that spirit dwelling in them, man. You know, the breath of life. They are of the dry bones. You know.
20 and 7, right?
20 and 27.
27. That's a lot. This is Proverbs. You want me to get it now?
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 20 and 27. It says, the spirit of a man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly.
Yeah, the candle of the Lord is literally the spirit, man. You know? And that's how you gonna make it up out of here. Yo, you gotta gather up the oils. What are the oils? Is this wisdom and knowledge, man.
That's right.
And understanding. You know? You have to have the understanding. To understand the scriptures and do what? You gotta know how to apply the scriptures. To be that example. And who are the example is the men of GMS, starting with the apostles and elders up in Great Millstone, and the men that's not in GMS, but following the same doctrine of GMS, man. Those are the men that's gathering up the oils, man. That's being the example. You know, it says the spirit in the man is the candle of the Lord, man. That searches the inward parts of the belly. You know, our candle gotta be lit, man. Cause this is a day of look, man. It's tough, man. This is the day of darkness, man. America is darkness, man. Yet we will fear no evil because we can see, man. You get that in Psalms 23 and 4. Let's see if I get it.
This is Psalms chapter 23, verse 4. It says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me."
Yeah, man. Just to, you know, we're gonna flip up the subject a little bit. You know, this is more of a right now a boost of faith, man, of being that example right now, man. You know, being that candlelight of righteousness, man. You know, to show who we represent, man, in this wicked ass world. You know, let me get this in Luke. What is it? 8. This Luke 8 and Luke 8 and 16. It says, "No man, when he hath lighted a candle, covereth it with a vessel, or putteth it under a bed, but setteth it on a candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light." Right. When you enter in, when you up around the man of the Lord, you know, our candle should be lit so that people can see, man. People can see the right way. You know, we got to be that candle. It says, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." Right. So we should be out there pretty much breaking down the wickedness of this place, man. Because while our lights is on to see, man, you know, and we gotta use our light and put it to use. Pretty much, we gotta have our light and put it to use, you know, because all these other people are in darkness. They can't see. So the elect may be sighing and crying, "Damn, man, we keep falling, man, we keep falling. You know, this is fucked up. This ain't life." But then when they see the men of the Lord, they're able to see because the light is on, man. So now they just like, "Oh shit, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know it was like this," you know. And that's how we all wake up, and that's how we supposed to wake up. So when you out there pushing, you know, when you out there pushing these videos, when you out there breaking bread with brothers, you know, when you out in the public eye, man, you gotta be an example, man. You can't be the fraud in the ministry, man. You can't be no wicked nigga, man. You can't be a Saturday Israelite and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Friday and Sunday you a wicked nigga, man. You know, you gotta know how to be that example, man. Your candle gotta be bright, man. Light, man. And you gotta have the oils treasured up to keep that on there, because ultimately we just told you what that candlelight is, man. You know? It's burning within your spirit, man. That's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. That spirit of life was breathed into us. You know? Got something?
Yeah, Khan, because you were just speaking about, like, you know, just overall the characteristics that you know, the men of the Lord, the men that they're light, you know, that's pretty much shining forth. You understand? And you want to know what? Just to get, you know, I'm a read this, but I'm gonna get the balance of it as well. This is Galatians 5:22. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit," says, "is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, godliness, and faith, meekness, temperance." You know, was just, you know, being humble, being balanced. Against it says, "And against such there is no law." You know, so like the brother was saying, like, with, you know, a part of that life shining forth is within our everyday life. You understand? Like he was, you know, like brothers just said, it ain't just no Saturday Israelite. You know, this is a thing you come into, and you're, you know, that old man you got to put off to be able to shine forth that light. You know, to be able to, you know, I don't want to say execute, but to be able to show forth, you know, the fruits of the Spirit and what it actually is, you know. And sometimes you want to know what, a lot of these things, a lot of people read this stuff and they think that you know, you should be this type of guy that's walking around with flowers, because ultimately they ain't getting the balance of things. Because when you go to, what is it, Isaiah 50, when you go to Isaiah 58:1, what does it tell you? Because that's showing love right there, you know. And sometimes you get it from a different angle. You know, you get it rough and rugged sometimes, because when that light comes on, when we shine a light on you, you know, which we're shining on ourselves always, you know, to look at ourselves. But when you actually shine it on somebody, and you see the filth, you know, that's what the light is there is for. That's what the Lord is for. You know, He's there to show you what ultimately what you were, you know, what you are, but at the same time show you so you can make a change. You understand? And that's the whole point of us out there, and that's the whole point of us shedding that light forth, you know, and then showing down the path, whereas though, because the Lord said, I reveal my secrets unto the servants of my prophets, right? So he's showing his certain men his secrets to let his flock know. Listen, look down this road, because this is what's about to happen. Yeah. Change yourself, get yourself together, because these things are about to take place. And the only person you're going to be able to depend on is me in that day. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. And your light got to be shining, bro, in order for you to see. Man.
Yeah, come. You have to.
You know? What's the scripture say? Watch as well as pray.
Yeah, watch therefore rather as pray. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And yeah, kind of. And that goes in on it, man. You know, it touches on a lot of different things, man, you know. But the you know, the overall point is, you know, the light that we're supposed to be showing forth, you know, within every brother's, you know, individual life, and as well, you know, amongst brethren, and out there on the highways and byways, you know, showing our people, you know, trying to get them right, showing them like, look, man, the light was put on us, we took the rebuke. You know, we straighten up, and that's essentially what we saying. Look, man, look, this don't work. All right, and listen, this don't work, and on top of that, this judgment is going to come for this. And here it is. You got the Lord who went up and died for you. You know what I'm saying? Gave you a chance to repent, but you ain't gonna do that. You know.
And another way of being an example is being an example for the younger flock that's coming in. You know, because as older you get, the more brothers are going to look up to you. You know, they're going to look up to you. They're going to pay attention to every word you say. As we quote our Shah, our armor bearers, you know, our elders in our camp, you know, as we quote them all the time, you know, the brothers say this, the brothers say that, the brothers say this, you know, that's going to be you next time.
That's right.
You know, so another way of gathering your oil is taking heed to the scriptures when it's talking about being a brother. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:11, it says, "Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even also ye do. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord and admonish you. You know, you're supposed to know who are your leaders, and then also you're supposed to just know your brothers, man. You're supposed to know your brothers. You gotta get off your ass and be amongst your brethren, man. You know?
It's a lot, bro, because when you read, when it spoke about that edifying, the actual building up of your brother, you know, the actual part of, you know, basically us being a vessel, and of course the Lord is, you know, giving us all in all, but for us to edify, that means we got to be adding oil and passing oil out, you know, giving the oil out, because that bring it back to the Matthew, the 25th chapter, you know,
your
talents, exactly, they go hand in hand.
Your talents, because you know the Most High gave. He don't look. Not everybody get the same gift. That's in Corinthians. You know, I think the 12th chapter. You know, not everyone is given the same gifts. Like towards the end. You know, so this brother may have a different gift, different talent, and I might have a different gift and a different talent, and another brother, so on and so forth, so that we are all building each other up, man. And you do that by being amongst each other, you know. But the whole point of that is, you know, you being that example. You being that example in all aspects of life right now. You know, when you in the truth, when you amongst by yourself, you know, that's the biggest thing. You know, no matter what, you be the example, because no matter what, you're representing Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, and the men of the Lord. You know, and that's, you know, Lord's willing, the brother was edified with that, you know. But, you know, just keep pushing, keep fighting, you know, and be the best Israelite you can be, man. You know, in righteousness. You know, and with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushua, B'Hashem, Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who rule well, and a sincere peace and salutation to all Akim that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.